What's up, man?
Oh, man. Please don't tell me your clock is at 10 minutes.
Well,
Jimmy.
for Kevin, man, I think I'd really be 10 minutes late. Alright, by the way, I'm on time, so I don't know if, like, your watch is off or something.
You sure about that?
I'm positive, man. I passed by, like, 3 different clocks on the way here. All of those matched up. The one on my radio matched up, and the one on my phone matched up.
6:11?
6:21. No, man, I'm totally fucking with you. I came here about 10 minutes late.
You know, I always could kind of tell when you were lying because you sucked at it.
Like that time when I took Dad's car for a joyride all the way down to Blockbuster.
And when he got home and he saw the mileage, he immediately went to you. And your first excuse was blaming it on Tina. And she was fucking 5 at the time. She wasn't even there. She was at Mom's house.
Well, hey, at least after that, he never questioned me about my grades, which I had gotten all C's on that quarter. Except for English, which I just flat out failed.
You know, he asked me about that like 2 weeks later.
He did? What'd you end up telling him?
I just told him some fucking lie about how they took it, put it up in the office, just for everyone to see because he had straight A's.
And you're gonna tell me that Mr. Human Lie Detector himself believed all that shit?
Oh, fuck no. Fuck no. But I mean, he looked at that, because you know Dad, he was a real old-fashioned kind of guy. Stick by your family no matter what, and he saw that as kind of like some sign that no matter what happened, we'd stick by each other through all that fucking bullfuckery.
Yeah, man, I believe him.
And to think, all of this happened because you wanted to watch The Matrix Reloaded.
It's not as bad as everybody says it is, though.
Oh, but, I mean, it's not worth committing, like, a crime for and getting grounded for a month.
Alright, to be fair, the first one was.
And you're trying to tell me that you thought the sequel was going to be better or even just as good as the original.
Terminator 2 was better than the first one, and so was The Godfather Part 2, okay?
You and your movies, man. I mean, speaking of which, though, like, I was going with all that.
It's actually going pretty great, you know? I've been doing some short films with some friends of mine. I've entered some of those into some festivals, and I actually won a couple of them, too.
Good for you. I had a feeling you could be like the next Tarantino if you really had it, you know, if you really just got lucky. And I'm sure you're making all that money, too.
I'm actually not really making a whole lot off of them, but I mean, just being able to have those films out there, you know, having them tour around, and people love them, you know, and I got my name out there now, that's honestly more than anything I could ever ask for.
Yeah, but I mean, like, how can you afford to live?
Oh, I'm just one of the local news camera operators for local news. It's pretty sweet, actually. Like this one time, right, about a month ago, we're doing this story on this guy who's been doing a whole bunch of murders. It's like a serial murderer or something, right? And it turns out that news breaks that this guy turns himself into the police. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. You were working that? Like, I've heard all about it, but I didn't even know that they caught the guy.
You want to hear the craziest part about this, though? So, about 2 weeks ago, right, we're doing a whole bunch of interviews, right? So we're sifting through the footage, you know? And it turns out that one of the guys we interviewed was none other than that same sick fuck who committed all those crimes, did all those killings. I couldn't sleep for a week, man.
You deserve a fucking raise or a fucking bonus.
And the fact that this guy didn't hunt me down next and made me one of his next targets is a big enough bonus I could ever ask for.
Alright, you've had 2 close calls with death. 1 with that guy, and 2 you fucking stole Ted's car. So really though, you don't make that much?
I mean, I make enough to pay the bills, keep the lights on, but I mean, besides that, it's kind of like enough to get by. I mean, I do some freelance photography work on the side, which is nice. I mean, I use a lot of that money for the films I make, but to be honest, the amount of joy I get out of working at the news station, it makes up for any kind of money I can get. How's the big shot businessman guy job thing that you're doing now anyways?
It's going pretty fucking well, man. I guess. You know, it's, you know, kind of boring, dull, normal shit. nothing exciting, I guess. But my boss is kind of always on my ass about something every day too. Like this one time, it was the end of the physical quarter, and we're seeing how everybody did. All of a sudden, where's my name? Top of the fucking list, number 1. I'm not talking just by, a hair. I'm talking about 3 times more than the guy, in second.
Jesus.
That's what everyone else is saying. Like, Jesus Christ, man, good job. And, I'm happy, everyone else is happy. Everyone's happy. Except my fucking boss.
Really?
You know what was up his ass? The fact that I wasn't number 1 in the district. So, I did all the work, yet now this fucker's got the, right to all of a sudden give me static about not doing enough. And he's shoving this shit down my throat any chance he gets. Comes by my office just to do it and then walks away like a fucking prick. And that's not even the worst thing. I know how we got his job. So, some time ago, him and his best friend, I guess, they got the job together. And they were best friends for 10 years. And they started doing some shady shit. And he let his friend take the fall. After he, set it up. He set him up to take the fall for this. So then with him out of the picture, it was just a fucking clear shot to get, promotions and eventually become boss.
Really?
Oh yeah, I mean, I thought these were just fucking rumors. Kind of like the word around the campfire, but after a couple months with this guy and, really getting to know him more, like, this guy's a fucking psychopath.
You gotta be kidding me.
But I mean, the money's great, like, I couldn't be happier.
How can any amount of money, substitute how terrible that is?
Well, I mean, with my kids, my boy, my girl, like, I just want to give them the best life they can have. For me, that's the absolute necessity.
Well, anything pretty good happen there at all?
You want to know the truth? Not really. It's got this fucking kind of cold, like heartless fucking vibe to it every time you walk in. And I mean, everyone's a fucking snake. It's like fucking some like medieval shit. Everyone's trying to backstab each other just to, get a little higher on the ladder. And I mean, the dress code is even the worst thing about it all. I shit you not, I've been sent home before because I didn't have the right color laces on my shoes. It's always black leather shoes, by the way. God save whoever wears fucking brown.
Yeah, you just put up with this kind of stuff there.
Yeah. Money's great.
I'm sure at some point, the bad just starts outweighing the good. I mean, I'm sure there's something that you can do that you'll love doing or at least like to an extent that makes the same amount of money.
I mean, not really, at least from what I've seen. And I mean, it really isn't all that bad either. I mean, think about it. Like, I get to buy whatever I want, go wherever I want. Fucking great.
Well, doesn't it just kind of get tired sometimes, just dealing with the same shit every day and coasting through life?
I mean, think about it though. Like, I'm kind of just building, for more for tomorrow. Just to kind of ensure that, my wife and my kids are all going to be fine. Plus, on top of that, when I think of them, kind of like just deletes all that bullshit that I got to deal with. I mean, I got house payments and, taxes and all that. I need that money.
I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of stuff that you could do out there that you'd love a little bit more. Some of them might even have a pretty comparable pay, too. I mean, why spend 20 years of your life doing something that you hate when you can spend all that time, doing something that you love, made you happy, You didn't have to worry about a dickhead boss that made you want to blow your brains out.
I am happy, though. I mean, I've got kids. They make me happy. I've got a wife, and she makes me happy. I mean, think about it. I've only got to work 8 hours a day, sometimes even less. I've got weekends off and all the holidays off. Plus, I mean, say I left my job. God forbid that I would get hurt on a new job. And I'd have to go, a month without having any money. Like, my family would be fucked. I'd be fucked.
I mean, you just throw some money in a savings account. God forbid that does happen, then you'd be covered. I mean, even the chances of that happening, slim to none.
I mean, what if it does? I mean, plus, like I was saying, I got all the, my weekends off, and I can always, plan, everything out ahead pretty easily. Get to see all my family and, my friends. It's great, man. I'm happy.
A good amount of people that have weekends off. I mean, I have no problem making plans with my friends, even during the weekdays, It's not really that much of an issue for me. I mean, as far as the holiday stuff goes, what do you even do during the holidays? Probably spend some time with your family a little bit, right? Yeah, but, after that, you probably just sit around and don't do anything. Considering holidays and Sundays are time and a half around here, I am totally okay with working then.
Yeah, but the thing about me, though, I just want to make as much money as possible, and, for when I've got the time off, all of a sudden I can, spend that money on just new stuff. Hell, I can buy a new car if I want. Hey, waiter, I'm empty.
You can still probably spend even maybe a couple $100 when you're free, but, as far as that new car stuff goes, it just takes a little bit longer to get it.
Wouldn't it be nice to have it sooner?
Oh, obviously, but, it would also be nice to be flying around in a helicopter every single day of my life and have somebody pilot me around, but once that becomes the norm, you get bored of it. You'd probably want to start chasing that high.
Tell me, you would actually get bored of that?
If I did that every single day, yeah.
So let me get this straight. You could have some guy flying you wherever you want, whenever you want, and you would get bored of that.
Yeah, remember when you played football in high school? Well, remember how senior year you quit? Not because you got bad at it, you just got bored of it.
That was football.
Yeah, well, when you were 13, all you ever wanted to do was play football. Just like right now, all I'd ever want to do is live a carefree life, flying around in a helicopter. And just like you got bored with football, I would get bored with the helicopter.
And what did I do after I stopped playing football?
Played hockey.
Exactly. With this helicopter thing. Now, the beauty about it is you can just get off of it right now, right? Well, say you're stuck on this helicopter. Say it's like a job or something like that. You can't just kind of quit on the helicopter and get off. You gotta keep fueling the thing. And if you stop fueling the thing, what happens?
You'll crash.
Exactly.
Well, that's why you do something that you love, as well while you're doing the helicopter thing.
But say you get into submarines. The thing is, submarines and helicopters are two different things. And they want to hire the guy who already knows about submarines and has experience with them, rather than the guy who just knows about helicopters.
So I'd learn about submarines.
Yeah, but it's not that easy. You gotta go back to school. Gotta spend a lot of time doing that. Gotta get all the experience while you can. All the while, you're really learning to hate this, helicopter.
You can apply that logic to anything you love.
Yes. But here's the difference. Now, what if the economy goes south? Or say, you get laid off. Any other kind of calamity that happens. Or say you get divorced. No, and all of a sudden, you're getting, you gotta pay alimony to your ex-wife who's coming after you for all this money. Are you still gonna be able to afford the helicopter fuel now?
What if none of that even happens? Y2K never happened. 2012 never happened. What if all that doomsday prepping is for nothing? And you just end up wasting your time. Why not just live life for the moment and, do what you love? And what if that good life isn't all it's cracked up to be?
I guess life's just unpredictable.